After a jury convicted Joaquin El Chapo Guzman on all counts, U.S. prosecutors made it clear the story of the man who was once the world's biggest drug trafficker was finished.
This conviction, we expect, will bring a sentence of life without the possibility of parole. It is a sentence from which there is no escape and no return. This conviction is a victory for the American people, who has suffered so long and so much while Guzman made billions pouring poison over our southern border.
As the verdict was read in the packed courtroom under tight security, Guzman initially looked shocked, but he then flashed a thumbs up as he was led away by security guards from the courtroom through a back door. Moments later, Guzman's wife, who sat through every day of the long trial, left the courthouse to a crush of reporters. She didn't respond to questions as she got into a waiting vehicle. Guzman's highly paid defense attorneys said they would appeal and accused the U.S. government of using Guzman's conviction like it was a prize in the war on drugs.
Of course he's a trophy for the government. I mean, the cocaine flow doesn't stop with Joaquin Guzman being convicted. I mean, for God's sake, does anybody think that? Does anybody think that suddenly anything's changed?
Over the course of the trial, jurors saw pictures of Guzman's diamond-encrusted pistol and heard stories about him ordering killings of rivals, including one for the crime of failing to shake Guzman's hand. But it was Guzman's Sinaloa drug cartel that often took center stage. Several of his former top-level associates testified against him, lifting the lid on a multi-billion-dollar operation that utilized all the tools at their disposal to get their product across the Mexican border. While this is the last chapter of El Chapo Guzman's drug trafficking career, it's by no means the end of the story for his Sinaloa drug cartel back in Mexico. It continues to be the biggest drug trafficking organization in Mexico, now run by two of El Chapo's sons, and it continues to traffic drugs throughout the world. Gabriel Elizondo, Al Jazeera, Brooklyn.